So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents drop a gem on there. I'm on earth. These the last.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throwing a Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, go here! 4 down, 4 down. Set, blue 60!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Lucky 48.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Play fake. Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense is a group ranked 30th on the ground, and those are the kinds of runs that have earned them that spot.
Yeah, dubious distinction, right? Because no one wants to be in that position, and no matter what your style of play, you want to be known as a team that can run the ball when you need to.
Black, 82. Hard.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Wide.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
You ready? Lady.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Cousins now on 2nd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Drill right, 22. 4 down.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Hey, 70!
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Out to the right here to Wilson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Stafford now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And the catch made by Walters. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him. Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, this is Cook. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, Cook. Down right around the 25. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Catch made right side by Wilson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Stafford now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
4 down, tag 53. Set, waiting.
Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And Jones has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, ladies. 4 down, tag 53.
Stafford on 1st down. And a catch made by Walters. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set, number 20.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Two.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This for the lead in the final stages. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Zebra! Two! Move! Hey, Steamer!
Back to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A toss to Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Cousins here to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, the win is their 8th on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.